Welcome back to the Amy Kodachian and the Expert Show, where we bring some of the top experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. I am your host, Amy Kodachian, not Kardashian.
That's good, because I almost made that mistake.
And I'm your co-host, Stephanie Thompson. I'm a classically trained singer-songwriter. In this episode, we're learning about living your artistic dream, and in this particular segment, this is the second segment of 4 segments, we're learning about becoming a storyteller with Ren and Coren Zai.
Beautiful.
Hi, everybody.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Amy and Stephanie, for having us.
Sure.
We're so excited.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you.
Yeah.
Because storytelling, like we were talking about the first segment, is very important. I mean, that's how you communicate, right?
It is.
You tell your dad or your mother or your wife or your husband a story about something
Exactly.
to let them understand what you're trying to say, and then that's the best way.
correct.
So I'm gonna just and give you the stage,
And
director and the coach.
so in that, what she said is so absolutely true. We tend to forget, and we think, oh, I'm going to take on acting, it's something new. The simple truth is, you're already a master of it. Well, how come I'm a master of it? Have you ever been hurt, cried, laughed with your family or your friends, and they're going along with you? The difference between you and an actor is an actor has to command that now, what you do naturally. So we've actually created something together called The Natural Actor. And we were designing it because Corinne had phenomenal singers.
Great singers.
Oh God, they come in
One
and
of them's here.
you listen to them and go, oh my God, they sound
Yeah.
like the professionals. And like this one here, and you go, oh my God, that's fantastic. But then Corinne said, they're phenomenal. But then when we bring an audience in to see them, a lot of them just kind of stand there. And I thought
the
about
record.
it. And I had, and as a little
don't have
quick
to see
background,
them.
we'd been on stage a little over 3,500 times, so we had a little bit of experience that kind of
Maybe
helped
more.
it.
Yeah.
So we came from that to teaching in 94? was it?
94.
94. And when she brought him in, I thought, okay, here's the problem. An actor can have months to prepare,
Yeah.
whether it's stage or TV. But a singer is actually changing their story, therefore, their movie every 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going, oh.
That's
So
a
I
little
went
bit
back
different.
to all my research. I went back and studied the method, Adler, all of that. And then plus the stuff I had trained in, which was some pretty unique stuff that came from Europe.
Yeah.
And I applied it. So my job was to teach them how to become a perfect actor, because the song is made of 2 forms of storytelling.
Yeah.
One, the melody. Sing the melody. Those of you singer out there, sing the melody, but remember something very important. Those lyrics, that's a monologue.
That's a monologue.
So sing the melody, perform the story. And how to become a storyteller, it's not just that. Whether you are a dancer, you're a singer,
Speaker.
an actor, speaker, the principle is the same. And the part to remember, but yeah, exactly. So with that in mind, Corinne will give you a little bit. You have to understand one thing. Mom can't want it for you, dad can't want it for you, your friends can't want it. They can support you, and how fabulous if you've got that. But if you don't, you have to want that, because it takes will. Because what's required to be a great storyteller? The desire to be great at what you do.
Yeah.
And this is the most important part. So we'll use some of our examples here. So, okay, now I want to be a storyteller. I want to be a singer-actor storyteller, and I'm sure most of you
Oh,
noticed.
that's a lot.
They're crossing over. If you'll notice,
They are.
actors and singers are
Yes.
beginning to move. I mean,
Yeah.
what shades
Singers
of blue.
are dancing now.
Well,
Singers
how
are
about
dancers,
Right?
and
Oh,
dancers
there's
are
one.
singing
They're
and acting.
and acting. And
Jennifer
doing
Lopez
everything. She's doing all
started
of it.
out as a dancer,
Singing.
singer, and a phenomenal actor.
Yes.
It's okay. If you're young, get started. Talk to them a little about singing.
I'm going to talk about singing, but the first thing I'm going to talk to
Yeah.
you about, and this amazing vocalist over here, okay, is
Why
a
do you think I
perfect
have her?
Amy, because you're a genius woman. That's
Oh,
why.
thank you.
A genius woman.
I see potential, girl.
Oh, yeah.
And you've nurtured it, and
Thank you.
thank you for sharing it with me. One of the most important things that Ren and I know is that most of us, even if we have that artistic dream, we may not love ourselves enough
Yeah.
to act on it.
I'm
And it-
into that.
Right, and it starts with a thought,
Yes.
I have this thought that maybe I'd like to sing, dance, act, whatever.
Right.
Then maybe I'll actually tell my best friend about it, or my mom or my dad or my grandma or whatever. So you've just said it out loud. Then the third part is action. That's where we come in. But let's talk about the thought just for a second, because really, really important. If you don't care enough about yourself, which to some degree all of us don't, motivation is everything. Even if you love yourself enough to actually make the dream happen and take action on it, when you make it, if you make it, and you're doing it for a living, you see all these stars and you see them in rehab and their life imploding because they don't care enough about themselves and their motivation's up.
Right.
As a storyteller, and Ren will talk about more about this, if you are using whatever talent you have, whatever gift you've been given, and you're using it to be of benefit to yourself and others, like Amy does, like Stephanie does. I've been there, I've seen it, had me at tears, not easy to get me to cry.
She's really good.
And because I cared, and I knew she cared. And Ren will talk about that also. But to be able to act on your creative dream, you have to create a support system. And I have tons of students that don't have a support system. Stephanie has an amazing support system in Amy. And she supports herself. And she's been taking voice lessons since she was like a pipsqueak.
And we could see the difference with your teaching. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. Well, she came to me and said, I've taken all these opera lessons. I want to be contemporary singer.
Yes.
So we just did a little, got it done.
Yeah.
So motivation's important, and getting the right coach to support your dream.
That is important.
Take some time to do that.
That is vital.
Take some time to do that.
Most definitely. Some people seem like they have a natural talent, but you get the gig, you get in it, and then you fall apart.
You still, I conquered a lot of things, but now it came to the point that I need a coach who could really get me on big stages. Everybody have a job to do, and I'm willing to do that. So I'm like, okay, teach me, guide me, take me.
There's always something that you need help with.
Absolutely.
And there is with that. And the most important thing is, remember something. Your dream is valid. That's the first thing. 2, that old story, they were born with that ability. Oh my God, I think they were born. Let me be clear. I have yet to see a newborn baby go on point in ballet. I have yet to hear them knock me out with a phenomenal Broadway tune or some form of R&B. And they usually don't come out acting, unless of course they're in a television series where they're a baby in a crib. That they do well, but there's one of the secrets. Why do they do well? We'll have to discuss that in a little bit. But also on the webinar, you'll learn a little more about that as well.
We have webinar.
That way we'll go more in detail for you.
Also, it will be on akandtheexperts.com. You will know when their webinars live. Webinar we will have their. We're going to learn a lot from you. And if you miss it, you will find it still on AK and the Experts somewhere. We're going to put the link to watch the pre-recorded one. So go to AK and the Experts, sign up for the webinar, and you will receive all this information.
And
this is fabulous.
Cool.
Thank you.
So when we come back, what we're going to be speaking about?
When we come back, we're going to be talking more about being a storyteller, and then I'm a storyteller, now what?
Yeah, you're a storyteller.
Finished all that training.
And I'd like to add that Amy Kodachian is an amazing storyteller.
Amazing.
She is amazing. Not only with her book,
true.
Tears of Hope, but with her speaking.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if you haven't read her book, Tears of Hope, you should go on Amazon. It's got 5 stars?
Yes.
And people say they cannot put it down. I'm not the only one.
You.
You can listen to me, or you can listen to the people on Amazon.
Enough now, I'm flying.
But she's an amazing storyteller.
Thank
you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We have way more to share with you.